at that thing! Look at that thing kick up dirt! Quadcopter 101 here, and before we get started, I want to give my shout out to Wanzi Quez. Wanzi Quez is one of my notification squad winners. He was one of the first to say first in one of my recent videos, so he gets a shout out. Congratulations, Wanzi. Okay, let's go over what we got for you today. This is the ZD Racing Thunder ZTX-10. It's also known by several other names, like 10423, also the 9104, but they're all ZD Racing ZTX-10 Thunder. Now, the 9104 is the brushless version of this. There are two versions of this, both brushed and brushless. Let's pop it open and show you what we got inside, because it is pretty darn neat car. I mean, this thing is not a toy, folks. This one is a powerful brushless racer, or brushless off-road car. What you got inside is you have this huge brushless motor here. The actual motor is a T3650 3300 kV motor, not kilovolt, kV waterproof brushless motor. Additionally, we got a 45 amp ESC here. This, so much amps going through here. This thing is cooled. It's got a cooling fan on top of it, folks, which makes it interesting. It has this is your servo up front here, high torque, or yeah, what is that? High torque servo. One other thing though is, notice this battery. This is the biggie. This is 7.4 volt, 2400 milliampere battery. It is huge. It is, and also this cover for it gets in the way of one of its balance pins, so you have to remove it when you're driving, and then you have to reinsert this balance pin if you want to charge it using this balance port. So keep that in mind, folks. That was not in the instructions. I'm going, why is this pin removed? It has to be inserted, folks, when you're charging. Make sure you insert that pin when charging this huge battery here. Independent suspension on each one of these wheels. Actually, very nice suspension. Nice tires too. These tires should give it plenty of grip. Now, this thing's supposed to be able to go in the dirt, and I am definitely going to put it through its paces out here in the dirt today. Let's see. We got, I think, Dean's connector, battery plugs, and finally it does have an on-off switch, which is right there, folks. I'm going to make it so I can easily get to it. But other than that, that's about it. Now let's go over its controller. It does have a nice controller with an antenna. It supposedly has 200-meter range, which I find surprising, but we'll find out if we can get at least 200 meters range. You can put rechargeable batteries in here and charge it through this port here if you wish. I got AA batteries, regular, actually super heavy duties from the dollar store, so I don't know if I'm going to get 100 meters range, but we can try. But it does have throttle trim here. It does have steering trim and steering dual rates, so we can make the steering less sensitive or more sensitive. Since I'm going to be driving it pretty fast, I'm going to try to drive it pretty fast, I'm probably going to start out with steering less sensitive. Okay, and then when I go into doing donuts, then I'll increase the sensitivity of the steering dual rate. And throttle trim, again, I'm going to start off low on that too and work its way up, making sure I am in low rate. I believe I'm in low rate. Okay, so that's about it. We're going to fire this thing and see how it performs. So I hope you enjoy this drive. Okay, to start today's drive, first thing we got to do is turn on the transmitter. Transmitter is on. And then turn on the on-off switch on the car, which is right there. You got to get your hand in there to do such. And transmitter on, or car is on. Putting the car on the grass. And the first thing I want to do is to adjust the steering on this. We'll go slow. We'll start out slow. And I want to see if I need to trim. I need to trim to the left a bit on the steering trim. And we'll also test out its range here while we're on this soccer field here. I'm going to try to, okay, before I do that, I'm going to bring it back, increasing its throttle. Again, we're at low rate right now. I'm bringing it back. The reason being, I got a camera on this thing. I didn't turn it on. Let's turn on the this little camera. I can hear the fan on the ESCs spinning up. And my camera is not coming on, folks. Darn it. So I'm going to pop this camera off again. There's something wrong with my mini Mobius, folks. I thought I had charged this. It doesn't want to hold a charge anymore, so I guess its battery's going kaput. So we'll put this in my pocket, and we'll just drive this line of sight. So, okay, there is a Raven down. Now, folks get mad at me for doing this, but I'm going to see if I can make that Raven, or go all the way over to the Raven. He's a good, if that's 100 meters, he's diagonally off from that, so that's got to be about 140 meters. Let's see if I can make it to about 140 meters, where the Raven's at. Let's see how close I can get before he starts to fly. Mr. Raven sees it coming, getting a little hesitant. Yeah, 140 meters. Going around the pole, and then coming back. Turning to the left, increasing throttle, and coming back home. Okay, we are going to take it out into the dirt field now and open it up. I'm going to increase the throttle trim too. Wow. This thing moves. It better move, it's brushless. Okay. Bringing it around. Now I'm going to try to jump here. Well, that's a test to see how resistant it is to a crash. Hopefully it was resistant. We'll see. My PX toys would jump that better. But there we go. Now this thing's supposed to go 50 kilometers per hour. It is moving. Going around the other way. I don't have it open up full throttle trim yet. But it moves. Okay, with that in mind, we're going to move throttle trim all the way up. It's fast. It's really fast. I'm not I'm not bringing it in close because I'm kind of afraid, but it is fast. Let's go down this way. Yeah, I don't know about 50 kilometers an hour, but fast, but it's fast. Definitely good to have that throttle trim or steering trim set low when you're going this fast. Look at that thing kick up dirt. Definitely faster than the PX toys. So yeah, if you want a fast little big brush, this isn't little, this is big. Pretty darn cool. Didn't like those jumps though. So I'm not going to jump it too much. Okay, so look at all that dirt in there. Let me turn off the throttle. Reduce the throttle trim. I want to take a look here. There was a ton of dirt in those wheels. Now again, you do this with any lesser car. There was a little WL Toys cheap one that I was racing. It would not be able to take all that dirt in those inside those wheels. It was pouring out of those wheels. Look at all that dirt in there. Hopefully this does with no problem here. Yeah. Look at all that. A lot of torque. A lot of torque. Okay, let's put it back on the ground again. Let's go over to the manure pile. Okay. See if it'll climb the manure pile. I turned down the throttle trim. That's a real manure pile over there. I think this is just dirt. I'm hoping it's just dirt. But with those tires, we'll go up there. Well, it went higher than the PX Toys did. Let's try it again. Give it a little oomph. No problem at all. So compared to the PX Toys, yeah, this could do it. It could not do that, the PX Toys. I tried. Okay, now it's stuck there. Get some oomph on it and it goes over it. Okay, turning back that throttle trim all the way up. Because we want, I feel the need. The need for speed. Yeah, this is a good one, folks. ZT Toys makes some good cars. They really do. Surprisingly good cars. At low end, you know, well, reasonably cost. Especially for Brushless. Okay, let's reduce that throttle trim a bit. And let's turn up steering trim all the way now. Why do I want to do that? Because I want to, oh, look at that. Come back over, let's do that again. Did you see that, folks? Some people like to do donuts. And I'm one of them. Look at that thing. Look at that thing kick up the... This is one heck of a monster car. I'm not, this isn't full speed, folks. I got the throttle trim turned down a bit. Woo! Kicking it up. Mean car. So, yeah, this is one of the best I've driven to date. The PX Toys is good. This one's better. Look at that. So I like it. I like it a lot. I got another keeper here. Actually, I can't keep them all. So, this is a badass car. I'm sorry, excuse my French. Okay, I can't drive this all day, so we're going to call it quits here shortly. I don't want to run that battery down all the way. But, well, let's bring it in and then we'll discuss it. And turning down the throttle trim. No, you got to turn this, well, that's the steering trim, throttle trim down until it doesn't move anymore. So, okay. I want to check it out real quick before I shut it down. Again, look at that torque on that thing. Okay, going inside, shut it down. And we'll do a final wrap up on this thing. That is the Thunder, folks. ZTX-10 Thunder, appropriately named. It is a fast car, really cool, and especially it can really kick up the dirt. I hope I don't get in trouble for doing that. I don't see any of the maintenance workers around here, but yeah, a lot of fun this thing is. So I hope you enjoyed this drive. This is Quadcopter 101 with the ZT Toys ZTX-10 Thunder, signing out.